Hello, 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 ladies. Good morning. I hope you're doing well. I hope that the connection on my phone is pretty good today. For some reason, for the last weekend, my phone was tripping while I was gymnastics and fencing, waiting for my kiddos. Yeah. Now, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Anwar White. I am a dating coach for Black and brown women, and I'm here to help you get your dating life on, honey. Yeah, so I'm going to be on here until my daughter, is done with her um, gymnastics, and we'll go from through. Yes, honey. Chrissy, yes, you said come through with the pupper girl. It's fall here in Canada, honey. These tanks that I used to give, girl, can't be given in Timor. Yes, honey. Um, so, what we're going to do, we're going to talk a little shit. If I can say that on a Saturday morning. Hope the kids aren't around, honey. And hopefully we can learn a little about love, dating, relationships, and men. And if you're ready to work with me, definitely either DM me or book a consultation call. The link is in my bio, and we'll go from there. Good morning, the Resource Bay. Janelle said, okay, Fendi. Thank you, girl. Here's the thing, ladies. I think it's like so important to like get the thing you want. I always call it treats. You have to treat yourself every week. So this was a treat I gave myself a couple of years ago, and I don't really wear it that much, but when I do, honey, it feels good. So get yourself a treat every week, honey. You got to put yourself first. Lucius, I got to put me first. I got to put me first. Hi, Sammy. Good morning, Latrice. Good to see you, girl. Good morning, Chrissy. Let me see what the girls are talking about. Fly Money said, ooh, love the puffer. Thank you, girl. Sammy said, that's so sweet. Good dad alert. Girl, just trying to be as present as possible. Being a dad with a very strong, opinionated, young, black and brown girl is tough because you want to give her space, but you also want to keep it respectful. So it's a balance. Crystal said, good morning, all ears, because the single life is for the birds. Here's what I want y'all to know. Being single is a great opportunity to like really work on yourself and focus on yourself. So I want to let you all know that like, yes, sometimes it really sucks. Like let's keep it 100% real in this live. I know that when I was single and I would come home from work and it would be like nada Prada, it would fucking suck. Yeah. And so I was having a chat with one of my clients in the Boston area, and she was saying like, I gotta put in the work. Like I gotta like make this work. Yeah, if I really want this. And I said, yeah, like here's what I want, how I want you to think about this. I don't want you to go hard when it comes to dating. And I know that might sound really weird coming from a dating coach. I want you to be in the arena. I want you to at least be able to be found. What does that look like? It looks like going out once a week, right? Not to like a bar girl, like doing things that you actually really enjoy and appreciate. And then like going on the apps, 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the evening. That's it. Most of y'all are going so hard and then getting burnt out. I don't want that for you. The other thing that I want to share with you all, because nobody's going to tell you about this, but please understand that if you're doing the start and stop thing when it comes to dating, two things. One, you're getting triggered and you need to heal. And two, if you can't handle dating, girl, no shade, you're probably not going to be able to handle a relationship. Because being in a relationship is 10 times intensified because you actually give a damn about the other person. So if you are that girl that's starting and stopping, if you are a start and stop girl, put hashtag start and stop in the chat. Then please understand we've got to heal those triggers and that trauma that's going on. Okay? And for anyone that, if I'm saying anything that's resonating with you, tap, double tap, triple tap the screen, honey. Let's get the likes up, honey, because I'm a like hoe and I like likes. Hello, Lolo. JXDA said, I have a date today and he's taking me to an art exhibit and dinner. Yes, honey, that sounds like a curated date to me. Have fun. Life with Nick said, good morning. Good morning to you. Gloria said, good morning from SC. Yes, South Carolina. Hey, girly pop. The resource base said, you are the dating coach for black and brown women. Thank you. I appreciate and receive that. Crystal said, let's talk, honey. I know that's right. Latrice said, I love that jacket. Nice. Thank you. Girly Pop said the jacket. Yes, honey. Ayan said, good morning from Alberta. Not Alberta, girl. Not the Texas of Canada. Yeehaw. Scar said, downloaded Bumble today just because of you. Thank you, girl. Good. Give yourself 3 months on Bumble, girl, and see what comes of it. Crystal said, hi from Denver. Ooh, Denver, girl. Ooh, not Denver, girl. Ooh, I see a lot of start and stops, girl. I see a lot of it, girl. Ooh, we're not going to do that. Okay, let me see what's going on. You Wish said, what are some good openers for meeting someone offline? Girl, you don't got to open. Like, you don't have to come up with some freaking lines. This is why people, like, women feel so like, oh, I never want to approach a guy because I have to feel like I gotta pick them up. You don't gotta pick up any guys. Here's what I want you to give. Okay, this is what I used to give, girl. I used to get all the boys, straight, bi, and anything else. Girl, you just give them a compliment. Oh, I love that shirt. Where'd you get it from? You know, men never receive compliments, even at work. It's like they're always focused on the work product, but it's not about the man. Man, I love those shoes. I love that watch. That's my trifecta. Shirt, shoes, watch. And quiet as it's kept, y'all looking for men that are stable and financial, those are the things that you probably want to look at. Yeah. True tea. The dilly vanillis that you're serving. Thank you, girl. I try. Erika said, engaged to a beautiful, kind, generous Armenian man. I know that's right. Erica June. Yara said, I treat myself too much. Impossible. Don't know what that means. Don't know what that looks like. I think you're speaking a different language. Not possible. Marie said, I keep telling my sisters and mom that. I know that's right. Sammy said, how do you start dating if you haven't before without overwhelming yourself? Girl, a little bit at a time. You gotta crawl before you ball. Yeah. Y'all getting on these like rando sites where you're getting like 500 messages in the first day. Like I said, 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the evening. And if you still got messages after the 10 minutes, they're going to have to wait for the next time. Everything's got to be on your timeline, your convenience. Thank y'all so much for the 5,000 likes already. Let's keep it going. Chrissy said, good morning. Good morning to you, girl. Carm said, are you married? Girl, what I look like out here talking about how I'm getting people married every week, girl, and not being married. I know some of the girls out here that are dating coaches will try to tell you about how you need to get into a relationship without being married. I'm married. Been married for almost 10 years now, 11 years. Girl, when it gets so long, sometimes you forget, no shade. But you know what? I was just doing some research because as a dating coach, I actually think about love and relationships, both qualitatively and quantitatively. And I was seeing that the divorce rate for gay men is like 15%. Yeah. And I thought that was really interesting. I think for straight couples, it is like 40-ish percent, in between 35 and 40%. And I think there's a lot to be learned from same-sex couples about kind of equity and equality and kind of really managing both the masculine and the feminine energy. So, you know, because you know what's happening now? Now that I'm like getting up there, like I'm getting popular, a lot of people are really trying to come for me. And which has been really interesting. A lot of black guys, which, girl, quiet as it's kept, that's always been the case. And they were, they always go to sexuality. So, quick note, if a guy has a problem with gay guys, please understand he has a problem with femininity. And it's probably because he also wants to take on a little bit of the feminine role. Yeah. Oh my God. I need to turn invites off. This person keeps on trying to get into my live. Honey, no means no. So anyway, I'm saying all that to say that there's a lot to be learned from, I think, LGBT individuals who are in relationships. Because this one creator was talking about how myself, I'm using people for money, and then Priscilla is also Priscilla, the queen maker, who I believe is same-sex loving, is also, we don't know what we're talking about. But I actually think we have a very unique perspective. Okay, Kylan said parenting is tough. Ain't it the truth? Good morning, Lizzie Liz. Gia said, you're right. I should buy that elliptical. Gotta treat myself. Girl, buy it. Girl, bot. What are we doing? Gloria said, being single is a great opportunity to work on yourself. 100%. And here's the thing, y'all are, when I say work on yourself, I'm not talking about, oh my God, let's get this waist down. Let's get the cheek fillers, right? I mean, you can do that if you want to. What I'm talking about is learning how to be a woman of your word. When you say you're going to do something, do it. Get those boundaries in place. Stop apologizing for things that are not your fault, right? Stop that self deprecating humor that is not cute. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about learning how to be the main character in your life. Some of y'all know Shade are serving chubby, funny best friend in a Hallmark movie. And y'all got to be given protagonists, honey. Yeah? So, and I say all of that with love. I hope y'all know I'm not coming for anybody, because I literally 15 years ago I had to have the same conversation with myself. I used to hang out with all of these white gay boys that would literally take my personality and make it their own and then become the main character of our friend group. And it was crazy. It was insanity. And I was like, this is bizarre. Like, I've got to be the main character. I've got to do things for me. I have to book that flight, right? I have to stop giving people money and doing things for people. Y'all need to do the same thing. All that money that you're giving to your family and your friends, keep it for yourself and treat yourself with that money. Many of us, especially if you're smart and successful and one of the only people in your family, will do this because you have this success guilt and you feel guilty about doing well for yourself. When you keep on giving money to those people, you are literally staying in your masculine energy, and it's going to be even that much more difficult for you to accept the love and the caring from a man. And your future husband is going to want to do that for you. Okay? So, no more money to family and friends. And when they come to you saying, oh my God, can you give me $200? I really need it for X, Y, and Z. I'm so sorry, I'm not able to do that right now. Is there anyone else I can help you? Oh, there isn't? Oh my God, that really sucks. I'm so sorry to hear that. I have to go, but I'm rooting for you and I'm praying for you. That's it. Yeah. User 480 said thoughts on moving quicker if it's long distance. Long distance should be slower, girl, not quicker. And if it gets quicker, that's a problem. Please understand that you are the pacer. You pace all of your relationships. So if you're going quick, if it's going quick, it's because you're going quick, and that's a boundary issue. And we got to get the boundaries right, girl. Yeah. If he hasn't come to see you within 4 to 6 weeks, he's not serious. You have to let him go. That's my timeline for that. I'm going to do a video on long distance because I get that question all the time. Joy Love said, what are the best apps? Not Hinge. Right now, most of my clients are getting their guys off of Bumble, OkCupid, and Match. Coffee Meets Bagel hasn't been giving much this year, to be honest. Karina said, OMG, you were right about the nerdy, lanky gamer guys liking plus size women. I have a date Friday. Get it. If you are curvier, BBW, plus size, whatever you consider yourself, right? Y'all need to get with gamers. They checking for you hard. Them and the gym bros. But the tall, lanky gamers are packing. The gym bros, Tootsie Roll. Tootsie Roll. Tootsie Roll. And I'm not about that Tootsie Roll life. Some of y'all like Tootsie Rolls for Halloween, honey. I like the big Snickers bars. And because I'm gay, I like the Skittles too. Right? All right, though. Girl, I'm seeing a lot of start and stop, girl. And I'm gagged on that. Y'all, if you're starting and stopping and dating, you need me as a dating coach. Well, you need somebody. It doesn't have to be me. Niema said, I went from start and stopping to stop, stop, stop. Oh, girl. Not stop, drop, and roll. Away from these men. Latrice, thank you so much for the hearts. Sincere Girl said, texting a guy every day for a month hasn't asked me out. Cut him off. Yes. If these men do not ask you out within a week, they call me the love umpire. Out. They're out. What did Michelle do on what was that show? Cut it out. Yeah. Kamika said that was me, but I've committed myself to be in the arena. I love it, girl. I love it. Chanel, good morning from Texas, girl. Jade said, just got here. What's start and stop? I was telling the girls, I was like, if you're starting and stopping and dating, at first I asked, let me know if y'all are doing that. And then I was saying, girl, if you're doing that, it means that you're getting triggered and you have trauma that you need to heal. Girl, we should be dating, and anything that these guys do or say, girl, doesn't matter. Off a duck's back. And if that's not the case for you, that there's stuff for us to clear up. And if we don't, all of that trauma and those triggers will happen in your relationship and you'll break up pretty quickly. That's what I do as a dating coach. Yes, it's a dating coach, but I'm preparing my ladies for the best relationship of their lives so that any small thing that happens, they're not tripping. They don't got to tell somebody about themselves every other day. Yeah. Good morning, Sarah Joseph. Good morning, Kylan. Good morning, Chanel. Miriam said hello from London. Cheerio. Let me find my place, honey. Oh my God, y'all talking today, honey. Y'all talking. And just FYI, if you want to work with me, you better book a call. I think I have an opening for tonight. If you want to have a consultation tonight, and then tomorrow I have one more slot open. Mallory said your skin looks healthy. Girl, I haven't even washed it this morning. You know what I've been doing? My friend gave me a treat, took me to the facialist, girl. Girl, I was putting all these acids on my body, on my face. Girl, I was giving Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. And I had to, girl, she's like moisturize SPF, girl. So I've been serving rose water. I've been serving a lot of hyaluronic acid. I've been serving a lot of SPF, and then also the COSRX snail mucin. Girl, the shit is fading the dark spots from when I was 12 years old. Dion said, when I was 14, I told a man the watch he was trying on was really nice. He bought the watch. Girl, all you have to do is tell these men what you like and they'll do it. Girl, men are, um, and I say this respectfully, like very much like dogs. Like, like you say, oh, I want this, and then the actual treat is not a little doggy treat. It's literally just attention, appreciation, acknowledgement, admiration, right? I'm serious. Iman said, I literally see the same guys on every dating app. That's why I feel like online is hard. If you see a guy on multiple dating apps, please understand he's probably not dateable. Like if you see him on more than two, that means he's grasping for straws. And if you on more than two, girl, keep it to two. Stephanie said, if you meet his family in the first month, is that a good or bad thing? Well, I think that's really fast unless you working with a Turkish man or a Russian. They go pretty fast. Yeah, it's very cultural. But if it's some black or white guy from America, that shit is too fast, girl. And when he does that, just let him. That sounds really nice. Let's get to know each other a little bit more. I would feel most comfortable doing that. And then let's meet each other's friends and family. How does that sound? It always has to be based on your comfort level. This is how we stay in our fam energy, honey. Yes? Mystery said, is silence more effective than going off on an ex that hurt you? Yeah, girl, please understand when you're trying to tell somebody about themselves, girl, you already lost. You already lost. You literally lost your mind, but lost yourself. We don't need to do that. We should not be engaging with exes anyway. Yeah? Freedom for Real One said, you're looking good this morning. Thank you. Are you a man? Because I see a man's profile up in here. Men, do not flirt with me. I will tell my husband. And he will get on you. Just so that y'all know, it's a white man, honey. He advocates for my black ass. Yeah? Honey, Sis Grace said, Jesus wrote, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word of God. And guess what? Anwar is saying women should not live on words alone. She should be living on actions and some hot ass men. Ellie Hines said, good morning. Good morning, honey. Yes, I love Chipper said in the cologne. Work the cologne. Yes, ma'am. Crystal said, start using dry cleaners in wealthy neighborhoods. Yeah, kind of, girl. Like, because it's such an in and out transaction, you're not really gonna like meet people as much. You want to find places that they're gonna be like longer times where they're staying. So like get together at friends' homes, right? Cigar lounges, things like that. Jushian said, hi Bessie, you look amazing. Thank you, girl. I appreciate that. Victoria Burns said, I'm ready to get married. I love that. Felicia said, live on a Saturday. How did I almost miss this? Girl, I'm usually not, but here's the thing. My daughter is doing her gymnastics thing, so when my kids are doing something, I always stay at the location. I have some like inner child wounds myself where my mom would just drop me off, or I would have to like take a bus across town to get to my tennis lessons or whatever. And like my parents never like picked me up. So I'm always like, I'm gonna be here. We're gonna work through this hour and a half lesson and I'll be here on time. Yeah. So Saturdays I will be here. Nicole said, I've been taking your TikTok advice and it's changing my dating game. I hope so, Nicole Rogers. I hope so. I like to think of my stuff, my free stuff, better than anybody's paid stuff. Yeah. Lavishly Eula said, yes, honey, spill the tea. I'm trying to. I'm trying to spill that tea. AKF said, what type of guys love a Latino? A lot of guys, girl. Like, do you feel like people are saying, no, I don't want to be with you because you're Latina? That's not been my experience as a dating coach for 13 years. But you let me know, girl. Lavender said, do you ever help polyamory couples? Not necessarily. The women that come to me are looking for monogamous relationships that because they want to be married and they want to have kids. Kylan said, do you want more children and more? I have 3 now. I was begging my husband for more. I wanted to adopt because we've done surrogacy for the past 3 children. Um, he's really nice. He's Canadian. So he doesn't say no, but he says, let's think about it. And that means no. Sometimes you have to translate these men, honey. You got to know your man and you got to translate what means yes and what means no. So when he says, so for example, when my husband says, okay, let's think about that, that's a no. When he comes in the house and I say, oh, how was your day? And he said, oh, it's okay. That means his day was horrible. Because he's not a complainer. Ladies, don't get with men that are complainers. There's some things that I want you to think about when you are getting with a man. Number one, don't get with a man that is a complainer because you're going to have to pay counselor to him all the time. Number two, Get with a calm man. This is like the engineering accounting types. You don't want to get with the actors and all that. That's drama. You in the theater all day, every day. Yeah? Roller coaster of emotions. You don't want that. And some people are like, that's boring. You want boring. Number three, get with a man who knows how to dance. That's a level of confidence that most guys don't have. And that's a level of movement that you want. Those are three tips I just want to serve y'all. Okay. Mel said, I'm plus size and I don't like the gamer nerds. Sucks for you, girl. The gamer nerds are packing, they're nice, and many of them have money to actually provide for a family. Marissa, thank you so much for the rose. Sci-fi said, you were so right about big guys, so much projecting. Yeah, you don't want to get with a big guy if you're a big girl. Because all that self-hate they're gonna put onto you, girl. You don't want it. Jam said, is marriage still a thing? Life partners is where it's at, to be honest. Whatever you want. Whatever you want. Mariposa, good morning, girl. Marissa, thank you so much for the rosa. The Enlightened Empress said, I love your content and can tell you have great intentions. Thank you. You're so welcome. I try, girl. Some of these people think I like that I do it for the coins. Girl, at this point, no shade, I don't need the coins. I really do it because I want Black women to win. I want y'all to win. And I think y'all are the most amazing creatures on this planet. And I think you should be getting 10 times as much as what you're getting now. And I hope to contribute to that in some way, shape, or form. Dina, thank you so much for the rose. Tania, is dating over 40 as difficult as everyone makes it seem? I think dating between 40 and 50 is actually a bit difficult, but if you're 50 plus, dating can be quite easy because at that point, you know yourself so much more than in your 40s. In your 40s, like, after 30s, like, you know what your life is, you kind of know who you're going to be, but it's like kind of a transitionary period. So you also have a lot of men that um, are really trying to find themselves. Because at 40, you kind of know what your career is, and you've got to figure out, am I happy with myself or not? So dating a lot of guys in their 40s kind of sucks. So some of the tea that you might have to do, girl, if you are, let's say, 43 or 45, girl, you might have to get with somebody that's 38, 39, or somebody that's 52, 53. Yeah. Lisa, good morning to you, girl. Miss Mystery J, thank you so much for the ice cream cone and the lightning bolt and the chili. Happy Saturday, B Jones. Girl, somebody said, "Can you repeat it?" Girl, I said something 10 minutes ago. I said a lot of things between now and then. I'm just catching up. You know I'm always behind, honey. A little bit behind, but never late. Travel travel with Sal said, "What if you're helping your parents pay off their mortgage?" Stop it. Stop it. How you gonna pay their mortgage and then, girl, do you have your own mortgage to pay? What about your family? What about your legacy? Yeah? Girl, you literally parenting them. That's what parents do. Yeah? Tania said, have a good day, Amor. Thank you. Thank you. Meg Baby said, thoughts on giving a guy your number? Did he ask for it? Here's the thing. Many of you all try to make it happen. If you continue to make it happen with guys, they will never make it happen with you. And so I want to offer to you that I generally do not recommend for my clients to give a man their number. Men that are really into you, you'll have to beat them off with a stick. Yeah. Jane said, "How do I get over my fear of dating outside of my race?" Girl, listen to my latest podcast. It was entitled "How to Date Safely Date a White Man." Because I hear it every day, girl. You are not alone. But here's what I know. I was like a third of my clients get with non-black guys, but there are a lot of fears, and I try to dispel a lot of those myths and fears so that you can get over that. So check out the latest episode of my podcast. It's called the Get Your Guy Coaching Podcast, and we'll go from there, girl. But honey, you need to be dating the rainbow. Yeah, you need to date everybody. You need to see who wins, girl. Lindsay said, "Do you help queer women?" I help all women, queer, trans, all. I help women. Tiffany said, "It's the jacket for me." Yes, honey. She said it's fall this morning. LEG said, "My guy is in England. I'm in the East Coast. Girl, he better come to you. He better come to you with some crumpets, too." Yeah? Judel said, "You were right about the redheads." Girl, I know. I've been doing this for 13 years. That's why black and brown women come to me for me to help them get their guy. The redheads are checking for the black girls. When you see a redhead, go to him. Snatch him up. Yeah? Nazira said, "How do I know if I'm being demeaning versus direct when disagreeing with a man?" Um, Give me an example. What are you disagreeing with him on? Because we really don't need to argue with a man at all. We get to share how we think and how we feel and keep it moving. We don't need to go back and forth with men. And if you find yourself doing that, please understand that you probably had authoritarian father who you never felt like you had a voice with, and you are trying to defend that little girl inside. And you don't need to do that. You need to heal her and stay in your queen status. Queens don't argue with anyone. They don't do that. More Gracie 8 said, "Love you. Have a good day." Thank you, girl. In case I truer words, my man is an ex nerd. Girl, get with the nerds, girl. Get with the nerds. That's so catty said, "What are things you should avoid putting in your dating bio?" Girl, I think that a lot of women can be really negative. Well, a lot of people, right? So they're like, "Don't message me if you dot 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 dot." Or sometimes some women will be very particular. "I got a things for guys with glasses and beards." What about this really good guy who doesn't have a beard? Right? So let's stay positive, optimistic, and let's be broad in our profiles. The profile is really just to start a conversation. It's not to find your husband. So you want to keep it open and not kind of low key passively discriminate against anybody. You want as many people to reach out to you, and I call it in my program filtering in, right? So have a lot of people come in, and then you get to decide based on and the choice who you want to engage with. Lillian of the Valley said, "Look, gamers have money because they only spend buying new games. They don't care about the Jordans." Girl, exactly. Girl, a game is $50, girl. The Jordans are 250. Yeah. Girl, they buying a new game every month, girl. That's $50 a month. That's only $600. All they need is that and some pizza, girl. They're good. Low maintenance, girl. Yeah. ETOs said, any advice for uni girls dating? Yes, girls, study abroad. Study abroad. Preferably in Europe. And you know those white girls who do the backpacking trips, either the gap year or after they graduate, girl, do it when you're abroad. And have 3 boyfriends in every country that you're at. And get fluent in another language. That's what I did. That's why I know 6 languages now, girl. Yes, girl. Thank you, Fifi. Full house. Book by Brit said, checking in from Dallas. I know that's right, Dallas. Love you, Anwar. Thank you. Marmar Max said, I do a video on long distance relationship. I need help. What do you need help with, girl? What are the questions about long distance relationships that I can answer in a video that I'll do next week? Tigger Girl said, my dates always ask me leading questions about if I'm going on dates. What do I do? What do I say? Girl, be honest. When they ask you, be honest. Yes, I'm dating. Yeah, because I'm single until I'm in an exclusive relationship. And the guys that can't take that are not the guys for you. I know that your guy is going. You know what? In 1 or 2 weeks, he's gonna try to snatch you up, girl. They want to be exclusive with you. Those are the guys that you want to lean into. Most of the guys will be turned off by that because they don't want to compete, because they don't care about you. No shade. DG said, "Hey, I've got, and can y'all let me know when it is 12:15 Eastern, 9:15 Pacific, girl. I can't be late for my daughter." DG said, "Hey, I've got a second date coming up, but I'm not feeling him anymore. Don't go." Say, "Hey, thanks so much for scheduling the second date. Unfortunately, I'm not feeling a connection, but I want to wish you the best of luck." That's it. Yeah. Now, thank y'all so much for the 24,000 likes. If you are like, damn, like, I really need to level up this area, and you want to work with a dating coach, definitely book a consultation call with me and we'll get you right, as you can tell, girl. Ambrosia, thank you so much for the heart me. College, girl, love the name. Should I stop dating someone because they're boring? Here's what I want to let you know about boring. It takes 2 parties to be boring. So if someone is boring, then you might also be boring. If you are not engaging with people where you're having a good time wherever you go with whomever you're with, it means that you got to step up your game. Girl, you should be entertaining yourself, right? It means you're not talking your shit. You're letting these guys lead the conversation, and because they're not leading it well, you're over it. Girl, you should be talking your shit. Don't be that girl who wants to talk about Will and Jada, but then the guy wants to talk about, Hamas and Israel. No, girl, talk about what you want to talk about and have fun on these dates. Yeah. Look, if it's not a match, it's not a match. But I always think that there's something to learn about how we engage in our dating life. It's hard for me to tell because it's hard for me to get an understanding of what is boring to you and what is not. I have a client who says that too, but that's because she was leading with her sexuality. And because he wasn't complimenting her on her body, he was boring to her. Or because he wasn't the highest thing alive, he was boring to her. So it's hard for me to answer that directly because I don't know what boring means to you and what that looks like. Faduma said, I just moved to Madrid and I'm living and where I know that's right, girl. That's why I say, girl, go to Europe, 10x your romantic relationship, especially for the American girls. Honey, when I lived in Europe, I came back and I was shitting on these American guys. What does that mean, girl? Giving them no life. Girl, if I can pull Superman in Milan, Italy, I'm not tripping on Javante in Atlanta. No shade. Girl, go where you are a freaking goddess, because you are. Good morning, Nye. Oh my gosh, I'm really behind. Sorry, ladies. Tabitha said, I have a date today. He lives 2 hours away from me. He made a reservation at a place 15 minutes from me. Exactly what he should be doing. We love it. Let me know how it goes, girl. Allie from the Valley. Love that name. As a Valley girl myself. I'm 31, don't want or have kids, but want marriage with godly man who has 0 or 1 kids. Please help. So are you dating him now, or is that what you're just looking for and wanting and manifesting and talking to God about? Here's the thing. Here's the cruel joke about love and dating and all of that. It's not going to look like the way that you wanted it or imagined it to look like. As someone who gets people into relationship every week, this week I had 3 ladies get into a relationship in my program and 1 move in with her guy. Last week it was another 3 ladies. Like, I always ask them, is this your type? They always say no. I would never thought I would be with this person, but I'm the happiest that I've ever been. So I want you to open yourself up to something that might not look the way that it you wanted it to, but it feels the way that you've always wanted it to feel. Okay? Pretty Plus said fact. Flawlessly Imperfect said I have a question. Girl, answer it, girl. Or ask it. You see everybody else not acting shy, girl. Ask these questions. The coolest said, where's your podcast? Girl, it's everywhere. Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart. It's called the Get Your Guy Coaching Podcast. Mad Real said, as a single mom, do I bring up my son right away? No. No. Girl, put it on your profile as someone who has children, girl. And if you ask about it, ask about it. Nobody's trying to date a mom. Meaning someone who's like focused on their child and like everything is about parenting. They want to date a woman. So when you are dating, you got to get into your woman bag. Put your woman hat on, not your mom hat. That's what I mean by that. If you ask about the kids, let's talk about them. But other than that, let's talk about you as a woman. And this is such a really great question because the underlying tone here is, and this happens for so many parents, myself included, sometimes you can lose your identity and you don't even know who the hell you are when you're a parent. So please understand that while you are dating, you are also going to have to try to find yourself too. What do you like? I got to do the things that I like, right? Maybe I like to paint. I might have to go to a painting class every week, have somebody babysit my son, things like that. Forever Gorgeous, would you give a cheater a second chance? I wouldn't. And the reason is because men cheat because they feel really shitty about themselves and they hate their life. It's rarely about the partner. They cheat because it's an ego boost, because they feel so bad about themselves. And doing that sort of work, especially for a man who is not in therapy, because 98% of the guys will not be in therapy, it's going to take a long time. That's just my experience, though. Yeah, you can take it or leave it, girl. Evie's that girl said, "Do you do matchmaking?" No, girl, and I don't think that you should be with a matchmaker either. Matchmakers are horrible. Their success rate is like 5%, and that's just for the white girls. Now, if you're a black girl, maybe it's 1%. Yeah. What I know in doing this work, and this is why I'm a dating coach, is because there is some healing that has to happen as you are dating, especially if you're a black and brown. Or the same triggers and trauma that you have now will manifest itself in your relationships and create disconnection. Okay. Eva said, I'm dating a guy that's the full package inside but not attractive outside. What's your advice? Well, my question for you is if has the attraction for you increased over time? I always say talk to guys that are a 5 or above on a scale from 0 to 10. Because I know that if the match is right, it'll add 3 points. So he can get up to an 8, right? Chemistry can grow with time. If it hasn't been growing, you gotta let it go. Yeah. Some of the girls, what they do is they will engage with somebody that's a 4 or a 5 and just try to close their eyes, figuratively and literally. That's just not going to work. User 328, is it possible to get a provider man if you're overweight? Girl, I'm going to say something that is a bit flippant, but it's true. I am someone who loves reality TV. Um, and I watch My 600-Pound Life, and each one of those mofos has a man. So if you think that the reason your love life is not where it needs to be because you're overweight, I want to let you know that that's not the case. There are other deeper things happening here. confidence, mindset, boundaries, just to name a few. Yeah? Said with love. Mermaid said, I love your page. Thank you, girl. Stephanie said, thoughts on dating a man 20 years older than you. I think that's cute when you maybe in your 35 plus. If you're younger than that girl, I think he's probably trying to control you and he can't deal with women his own age. Evie's that girl. Thank you so much for the love you. More Grace said, wait, what about the redheads? Girl, redheads are checking for black women. V said, dating in the workplace. That's a no for me, dog. Bree said, men who are inferior to your career. Not inferior. Girl, strong wording. What is your specific question? Y'all, don't just give statements or ask me thoughts on this. Girl, ask a specific question, please. Flawlessly imperfect. Do you do virtual sessions? Yeah, in my programs, we have 2-week group coaching calls on Tuesdays and Thursday nights. And that's for my Get Your Guide Club. And then if you're in my VIP program, in addition to that, we do weekly one-on-one calls, 30 minutes with me and my team. And then if you're in my VIP, you also get to, you have 24/7 tech support with me. Love Africa said, hi, Amor, you're the best. Thank you, girl. Taylor said, hi, and in love with that Fendi jacket. Thank you, girl. Koi said, should I date while looking for a job? If you're not employed, you should not be dating. This is my opinion. Nothing good will come out of like if you've been like chronically unemployed for a while. Yeah, if you like, I have some clients that like work in tech, and that's just like the nature of the market, or some of them are getting laid off. Not, but like they'll get a job in a couple months. If you've been looking for a job for a while, you got to get a job, girl. Don't date. If you're dating while you're unemployed, you're dating from a place of insecurity. You're dating from a place of kind of like lack of power. So it'll always be an imbalanced relationship. Ye said, ooh, I found the right live. I know that's right, girl. Just Exhale said, met a guy off of TikTok 2 months ago. He's been pursuing for a few weeks and flying to see me today. Have a good one, girl. We're hoping for the best, girl. Nikki Tolliver said, I need to book a call with you. Please do it. Please do it. Because quiet as a skept, girl, I think probably not going to be taking more consultations after, I want to say, in the next 2 to 3 weeks. I got to finish this book, y'all. This book's not going to finish itself. And I keep on procrastinating getting on these lives, knowing god darn well that I need to be finishing this book. Kay said, the package below is my only thing I can't settle on. Well, here's the thing. I think that is valid, but I also know that intimacy and sex is an important part, but it's not everything. Yeah. Brazil said, what does it mean when he doesn't ever ask you any questions about you? It means he doesn't care about you. It means he cares about himself and he's looking for an audience. Move away. JD said, what's your opinion on Talkify? I've had clients that have been doing Talkify and working with me, and based on the strategy that I teach them, the dates that they get in my program are far above and beyond the dates that Talkify tries to provide for them. So girl, what you doing? Said, why you look so cold, friend? I'm not cold. I'm in this big ass jacket to make sure that I'm not cold, girl. But it's chilly up here in Montreal, honey. Ye said, I don't want a gamer. They gonna be gaming all day. Girl, quiet as it's kept, they not, girl. They'll turn that game off in a second if you let them have it, honey. Care Bear said, wow, a whole word about going back and forth with a man with an authoritarian dad. Gracias. Anytime, girl. We got to do this deeper work. A lot of the girls on here aren't going deep. We got to go deep. Her from there. Where do you meet gamer man? Girl. Girl, go to GameStop. Girl, Renaissance fairs, Comic Con. Girl, get on Discord, Reddit. Yes, ma'am. Beetletuba said, Anwar, what about profiles that say casual short term? Should we be swiping right and filtering in? I think so. But here's the thing, I also have a strategy that helps my clients figure out if these guys have the boyfriend skills or not. Here's the tea, ladies. Every man is looking for casual or short term. Guys are looking for sex and fall in love along the way, whereas most women will look for love and have sex along the way. So the guys that are keeping it real for you, we like that. If a guy says he's looking for a long term relationship and you message him and you say, hey, I want to hook up tonight, you know he's going to be over at your house. Girl, don't put a lot of weight on these profiles. You have to get to know the guy. They can say whatever they want on the profile, girl. Love Africa said, meeting men on TikTok. Your thoughts? Just like meeting men on IG, girl. I think if the way that you interact is always through a social media app, then you're part of the entertainment. And I don't think he really wants to get to know you. You can meet a guy from there, but I'm really always going to be focused on, are you taking it off of the app and going to text immediately and starting to have phone calls? Gab said, which European countries where men love us the most? Girl, here's what I've seen. I've seen the Netherlands. I've seen this is like, I'm not talking about like, oh, they all want to sleep with us, girl.